Hey everyone. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing, guys? We're gonna react to some scary short films. Yeah. My first scary reaction of October. But yep. I've got some... My screen is kinda laggy, if you can tell. Let's watch Mr. Baller.
This girl literally lived a nightmare. A 17-year-old girl was watching TV late at night when her motion detector lights in her driveway suddenly went on. She assumed it was just an animal, so she got up, drew the blinds, and went back to watching TV. Then a little bit later, it happened again. Before she looks over and clearly makes out a silhouette of a person right behind the blinds who starts banging aggressively on the window. The girl stands up and goes, "I'm gonna call the cops!" And the figure stops for just a second, sprints to the side door and starts pounding even louder on that, screaming incoherently. The girl runs to the bathroom, barricades herself inside while she waits for the police, and then her worst nightmares come true. She hears glass shatter in the other room. After a few minutes of silence, she opens her door just a crack to get a peek outside, and standing in her living room next to a broken window is some crazy old woman who looks over at her and starts sprinting toward her. The lady comes smashing into the door and starts wailing on it until the police arrive and take her away. She was a lunatic who had escaped her facility.
Oh my goodness, I'm being attacked by flies. Wow. That's quite scary. Let's look at this one.
This is why you always say yes to tandoori chicken. In 2012, a high school tutor and her student stayed up so late one night studying that by the time they were done, the buses had stopped running. Without another way home, the student asked if he could stay the night at her place. Reluctantly, she agreed. When they got back to the apartment, she fell asleep on her bed and he fell asleep on a blanket next to her bed on the ground. A few hours later, she wakes up to the boy standing awkwardly in the middle of the room with a very strange look on his face. She asks him, "What's wrong?" He looks at her and says, "I'm really hungry. Let's go get some tandoori chicken." Confused, she says, "It's 2 a.m. Just get a snack in the cupboard." And he grabs her by the arm and he says, "No, we are getting tandoori chicken right now." And he yanks her from the bed. Feeling totally caught off guard by this whole situation, she goes into the hall with the boy, and as soon as the door shuts behind them, she can tell that he is terrified. He looks at her and just says, "I'm not actually hungry. When I woke up, there was someone under your bed."
Bro, that just sent shivers down my fucking spine. Oh my god. What the fuck? So if he didn't see that like thing under the bed, they could have died. What the fuck? Wow. Let's do this one.
Don't read the comments, it will spoil the very satisfying ending. In 1999, a 20-year-old kid was obsessed with a 16-year-old girl, but she wasn't into him. Frustrated, he breaks into her house and demands that she dates him. When she refuses, he kills her. And then he kills her 14-year-old sister too. Or thought, the 14-year-old survived and easily identified Paul Powell as the killer. Powell showed no remorse in court and even called the victim stupid. When he was sentenced to death, though, his attitude changed and he cried and begged for mercy. And unfortunately, mercy would come in the form of a legal loophole that switched his death sentence to a life sentence. Believing he was saved from the death penalty because of double jeopardy, he wrote this ridiculous letter to the prosecuting attorney, basically admitting to every single detail. Kind of bragging about what he got away with. So the attorney just takes the letter, gives it to a judge. The judge looks at it and says, "Yep, there's new evidence here. There's a new trial," and immediately this dude is resentenced to death. And a few months later, this lowlife was executed. Don't read the comment.
What the fuck? Jesus. Mr. Ballin, oh my god, your stories are good. Good? Good. Didn't know good was a word.
This is why you should always watch videos to the end. In 2003, a woman came home to her apartment to see that her door was unlocked. She went inside, nothing was missing, so she assumed she must have left it open.
When you come home and you see your apartment door open and like cracked like that, you know that someone's in your house. Now, what would you do? A, go into the house and pretend nothing happened. B, go inside the house and look for the intruder and try and attack him if you find him. Or C, run off and go call the cops. I'm picking C.
No one would believe this story if there wasn't a video. The only one you might accidentally do is number 14. 125,000 pieces of tuna sushi, 11,000 oranges, 500 sugar, 400 bananas, 130 teaspoons of chili powder, 85 chocolate bars, 70 cups of coffee, 48 teaspoons of salt, 37 and a half tubes of toothpaste, 18 apples worth of seeds, it's just the seeds, 5.1 pounds of spinach, 2 whole cows worth of beef, 1.5 gallons of water, 2 cherry pits if you chew it, and of course, if you eat 1 polar bear liver.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, I just looked. Ah, crap, I forgot. The only way I can upload my newest video that I made is if I end the live stream. So I'm gonna end the live stream, and yeah, I'm gonna release the video. So yeah, see y'all later.